This is a cactus skeleton. Let's turn it into bronze. The Chara cactus is one of the most wicked plants I have ever seen, but in spite of their danger, they still kind of have a certain amount of magnetism. Inside is a wooden skeleton with a beautiful, intricate texture, and I wanted to see if I could use an organics burnout to transform this into bronze. This piece is a little bit too long, so the first thing I need to do is trim it down to size. Then I'll add the sprues, the same as I would with any wax sculpture. The wood has a porous texture, so it absorbs the wax and it actually holds on pretty tightly. Most of the metal will enter through the bottom, but I'll add a few more inlets higher up the runner so more metal can get in. And of course, I'll add a vent. That'll make sure all the air flows out easily, but it will also help when I blow the ash out later on. So the cactus skeleton is in my new flask. I don't know the volume of this, and just to show you kids that real world math problems exist, how would you calculate the volume of this? It's 3.5 inches wide, 3.5 inches deep, 14 inches long. What's the volume? Then I need to use this formula to figure out how many pounds of investment and how many ounces of water, so I get it mixed just right. So when you tell your parents, I don't need math, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, you still need to know a little bit of math. This is a little bit too long to fit in my vacuum chamber, so I'm going to slowly pour the investment in, trying not to get any bubbles trapped, and then I'll grab it and shake it to get any bubbles that are in there dislodged. We got our cactus in the kiln. Time to heat it up and burn it out. We'll see how long that takes. The wood slowly burns away in the kiln, but it leaves behind an ash, and I need to get that out of there, otherwise it'll get entrapped in the bronze and look terrible. By using an air compressor, I can blow out most of that ash, and this is a better way than I've done it before, trying to rinse it with water. Air compressor seems to be the way to go. Then it goes back into the kiln to get it up to pouring temperature. This will go on my vacuum table, and I'll vacuum cast this to try to help get the best quality I can. Too long to fit in my quenching bucket. It's a challenge to get all this investment off, so I think the sandblaster is the only way to go. It's not a good idea to wear gloves around a wire wheel, but it's freezing cold out, and my garage isn't heated. Where the sprues were attached, I need to take a Dremel tool and blend that in so you won't notice them. I'm going to try to recut the bottom so I can have it sit in a more artistic fashion. I set it down and see how that looks, and it looks okay, but I think I might do a few more adjustments. To me, that looks a little bit better. Now I'm going to drill a few holes in there and tap them so I can attach this to a base. For the base, I'm going to use this piece of oak trim that I pulled out of a dumpster. Now I need to find a way to hold this so I can router this tiny piece of wood. I'm not much of a woodworker, and routers are pretty scary, but I made do. Finding out where to drill a hole seemed to pose a bit of a problem, so I figured if I put some chalk in there and turned it over on my base, it would leave an imprint, a dust mark, exactly where I needed to drill the holes. It worked well enough. I need to countersink those screw heads so it'll sit flat when I set it down. The screws are a bit long, so I need to cut those down too. I figure the wood needs a little bit of color. And so does the bronze. And there it is, a bronze Chara cactus. So it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you think I should cast next. Thanks for watching.